They try, they try to find a TO version of your energetic signature to sign. The version of your energetic signature, which is changed than before. You know, energetic signature. You know, maybe if some or maybe this could be an energetic signature of somebody related to you who's trying to find a new way. You know, you know, where you give and receive communication, your education, writing, neighbors, short journey, unconscious mind. They think it's gonna work, but it's not, because they are held triggered. That you know they are triggered because you know what they are doing. Witchcraft, voodoo, rituals, whatever it is, they try to do. Collective may say, make sure you stay journaling, keep your frequency high, meditate. Don't forget to meditate. You know, you have what you call it, the horse. Anyway, you have the willpower, the determination to teach these fools exactly what they need to learn. They're gonna learn it. They're gonna learn it. You have a Virgo sign and you have a Sagittarius. You could be the Virgo, they could be the Virgo. You could be the Sagittarius, they could be the Sagittarius. This is a general message coming for you, coming for your energy, or someone like you. You know, you're gonna teach these fools a lesson. You know, we're not talking about like we're big and back and bold. Maybe we are, motherfucker, maybe we are. But at the same time, we are not gonna back down. No matter how much black magic you do, it's backfiring on you. And that's exactly what's gonna happen to them. They trying to find someone to siphon off, maybe to try to trigger you or something like that. It's not gonna work, you know. Yes. Those motherfuckers, you know, like sick and tired, you know, like something's wrong. Like, monitoring spirits, you know. Yes. I'm gonna tell you, they know they're all out in your business, you know, and they probably hired a spiritual practitioner or something like that. That's somebody that they think that some type of probably a warlock, not spiritual teacher, to come for you or try to do this to you. And Aries involved. You know, this person may have, you know, this person's freak. There's a Chinese car involved. I don't know from where this download came. You are not who you think you are. Yes. You think you don't know who you are chosen by, but you do. You know about the second house. And that's what they are interested in. Majority of the people, all they can think about is money, finances, material shit, and they're panicking. And we are in a recession. The only thing they think how they can steal. You know, they never think to put the Most High God first above all things. You put Him first above all things, you get everything, and that's why you're gonna stay away from them. You know, yes. So the universe has assigned them to fuck themselves. They didn't put hard work, no discipline, no patience. You want to sacrifice a person, you know, they question the universe. Why, you know, or they have question about you, you know. Monitoring spirit, what is monitoring spirit? Monitoring spirit is, see, you, chosen one, will always show mercy, because this is the nature of God. This is the nature of the Most High God. But your spiritual team know nothing about mercy, you know? Know nothing about mercy. What is a monitoring spirit? A monitoring spirit, see, the demonic realm always like to copy God, you know? But the monitoring, in God's kingdom, there's nothing called monitoring spirit. In God's kingdom, there's people, chosen ones like you and me, are called watchmen. Yes, the watchman is the man that watches, scans, wake up in the middle of the night, throw prayers. You know, you have to understand the signs of the watchman. If you are the watchman in your bloodline, you are the one who's responsible of a lot of things spiritually. To uproot, to plant, to reroute, and to rebuke, to restore, and to destroy. You know, like when you woke up in the middle of the night, it's not always, it's not coincidence. When you're a watchman, the moment you embrace and you know yourself who you are, a watchman, you woke up for a reason. Through your prayers, God will lead you in your prayers what to do and what to speak. Sometimes, while you're praying, you will think about people that you never seen in ages. You know, like, what brought this person to my mind? You know, oh, this person, God had put him in your mind to say a prayer. You know, to say a prayer. That's the watchman. You're responsible of the destinies of all your family in the bloodline. You're responsible. You're responsible of that. Yes. You're responsible to know who's targeting who's doing what. You're responsible to call judgment. Yes. You're responsible to protect your child. If you are anointed, automatically your child is anointed. If they can't siphon out of you, you know, they can't siphon out of your child. Yeah, you gotta keep yourself, you gotta keep yourself up, you know, and strong and doing the work. That if you was a mature person, you know what you're doing, you know, because the same like they've done you, they're gonna do your child. Those materialistic people have zero moral compass. People who does these things have zero moral compass, you know. So you gotta be awake. You're responsible of more things than you can ever imagine. Yes, you know, your prayers goes. That's why you carry an anointing. Your prayers goes. You see, been doing dream magic, trying to infiltrate your dream, but your spiritual team is hell to the fuck to the no. Yeah, they gotta retreat, you know. They ain't an hidden enemy anymore, you know. By doing this subconscious or working the unconscious while you're asleep, especially when you dream, they're trying to catch your dreams, or they're trying to block your manifestation from coming through while you're sleeping. See, if you go to sleep and fall into a deep sleep around a certain time at night, there's stages to sleep, and there's a stage where you're dreaming and the Most High God giving you the downloads. You know, people will stay awake to see what's coming in for you, what you're dreaming about, or they can take your downloads to pretend it is them, or to mirror your energy, or to block you, whatever is that shit is, you know. You have to make a research about that, or search for videos that speak about this, you know. But it's something have to do with your ancestors, your home, you know, what have been passed down to you, and your prayers are being answered. Your guardian angels, your spiritual team, you know, like your spiritual team is in go mode. They don't play games. What goes around comes back around, you know. So they wanted you to be an envious or jealous energy. When you know, when you know everything, and you have Most High God on your side, and you don't want anything, it's very difficult for them to put you in that energy. You know, knowing that you are protected, knowing that the Most High will never lead you to a place where danger is, the Most High never leave you. It's pretty much like a fail for them. And the frequency that you are on now, you know, they can't even get there, because these kind of people, their vibration is low, and they think of carnal things. So it's hard for them to elevate and be where you are at this point. They wanted to try to cause you ill health, trying to affect your routine, your work routine. They may use like familiar spirits. They may use like spirit animals or spirit guides to try to block you or make you feel possessed. But they are who are possessed, because they who allowed the material thing to possess them. That's why they cannot get a win over you. See, whatever they are doing for you to happen is actually what they are. You know, you gotta be possessed. You know, when you're possessed like that, that's whatever these familiar spirit you're sending on this person is already around you. Those entities have no place here. You know, it doesn't have. You know, it. You know, see, the way that is set, you're set up, ain't gonna work. Yes, the way that you are set up, it's something like that they are doing. They are playing on, maybe somebody have your same family name, or whatever. Like they are trying to play it on those. Who's the closer alignment to the chosen? You know, they're trying to play it that way, but like, or somebody looks like you, or something like that, or looks like your family. Yeah, because it's not gonna work, because the way you set up these motherfuckers, they're gonna have to go harder than that. You know, they should be worried about their health. They should be worried about what's coming for them, not worried about what trying to fuck with you and who you are. You know, you know, yes. They, you know, like there's a force on your ass. You know, you're getting bothered about none of beeswax stuff. They make it. They're trying to make it look out like you're supposed to be triggered, because they are using long-handed tactics, you know, underhanded tactics, low vibrational energies that they can, like as if you can penetrate through that and see exactly what the fuck is going on. Your divine protectors are showing no mercy. Yes. Let me tell you something. Your protectors, chosen one, your spiritual team, show you everything. You know, your spiritual team, They show you everything. You know? You have these gifts. You're blessed with these gifts. You know? And somebody, you may feel it like a curse. You know? Fuck that shit. You know? Realizing those motherfuckers how much are fucked up behind the curtain. You know? You know? See, the reason we are drawn to each other's soul family, and because we understand how to put the puzzle pieces together to understand what is the revelation. You know? So I hope I'm making it easier for somebody out there. You know? Yes. You know, when I talk about dreams, see, decoding dreams, interpreting dreams, you know, like this is something God will bless you with for you to know in advance what the heck is going on. You know, these could be one of your gifts, or astrological of what's really happening with the planets and in your life. That if you know the truth, if you know about the soul system, not the whatever they call system, you know, if you know the soul system, not the star system that they, you know, because there is, if you know that everything they pushed on us is a fucking lie. The new year, your birth date, everything is a fucking lie, you know. If you know the true alignment with the universe and the nature, you know, you will always have the upper hand over them. Yes, you will always have the upper hand. Because listen, the spirit of truth, why the Bible spoke about the spirit of truth, the more your soul is aligned with the truth, the more you're aligned with the truth, you align with the planets and you align with the nature. That's why sometimes you find a lot of people who speak horoscope. It's bullshit, yo. Because it's wrong. The way they receive it and perceive it. Not all of them. Some of them know. Some of them know the truth, you know, and how to read. The more you align with the truth, God is the author of truth, not author of confusion. The more you align with God, universe, and the nature, you know, the more your soul will levitate, you know. That's the alignment. Up, nothing called down. There's no distortion. That's the alignment. The closer you get with universe, God, and nature. This is the true alignment, you know. So, hope I helped somebody out there. There will always be continuation of the energetic signature changing for the person who's in constant change and constant levelating. You know what I mean? So, why they tell you meditate? Meditate. When you meditate, you listen to the soul who holds the knowledge, not books. No? Books will guide you the way that you should go, but the true knowledge is within the soul and God consciousness. So, most of you chosen ones, you are dealing with unconscious people, you know, disconnected from spirit, awareness, consciousness, you know. These type of, you know, when you are materialistic possessed to that level, معلش انت واحد مفصول.